Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm just going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. So yeah, as I did say, I'm going to be updating you again today on currently some more Arsenal transfer news, because potentially more stuff is currently updated in the press. I'm going to update you on a bit of Liverpool's, and I'm going to update you on a bit of my team's, Manchester United as well. I've just currently woke up, guys, so sorry about that. But yeah, going to update you on a bit of Arsenal's transfer news. So reportedly, Emre has identified that he potentially wants to strengthen his centre back position. He wants a winger as well, does Emre, as he has made it clear, because potentially Arsenal in the last few years haven't been getting the right amount of funds, to spend on players that they wanted, under Arsene Wenger in the last stage of his career. So far under Emre, Arsenal haven't been getting the right amount of money they want to spend on the players they want to get into the club. Like we've had the right amount of money, because we've had the bankrolled rich owners. Same with City and same with Liverpool as well. But Emre, he said he demands that he wants to make at least one. He wants to make at least one or two signings in this January transfer window. But we know potentially a couple of their players are going to go. They've got injury problems as well, as we all currently know of Arsenal. So potentially news reporting in the press that one of their first signings in this January transfer window could be Denis Suarez, Barcelona player, 25 years of age, as I updated you yesterday. But reportedly, Arsenal have been in negotiations with Denis Suarez's representatives over a £20 million move. Reportedly, according to Barcelona, they are reluctant, and they do not want to lose him in this January transfer window. So basically, Barcelona are now playing hardball with Arsenal over this. I think potentially Denis Suarez wants to leave Barcelona because I don't think he's hardly played this season, for Barcelona. He hasn't been, getting first team starts, with Barcelona, Denis Suarez. But he's age 25, so you could say he's nearly in his mid-20s, he's Denis Suarez. But obviously Arsenal, find him as a replacement for Aaron Ramsey, as we all know. Obviously, Emre knows him, as we all know, because Denis Suarez said back in 2015 he was a great coach and all this, and he got the best out of us, and he said this to the UEFA website, back in 2015. But reports have been coming out in the last couple of days. I've been reading about it. It says Arsenal are close to securing the signing of Denis Suarez, but I don't really know much about the player, to be quite honest with you. Do Arsenal fans think he'd be a good replacement for Aaron Ramsey? Do they think hit the ground running? Because potentially, if he didn't hit the ground running, then potentially, Arsenal have got concerns and worries about that. But Denis Suarez, his versatility is, very, very good. Reportedly, you can play him through them. You can play him. I think you can play him through the centre. You can play him on the left. You can play him on the right. So reportedly, his versatility is very, very good. And do you think he'd grow and develop, very, very well under Emre? He actually, when he was very, very, very young in his prime, he actually began his career with Manchester City, his youth system. Then he went to the likes of Celta Vigo reserve team, Barcelona reserve team. But he had one season on loan with Sevilla, and that's when he worked with Emre, and he actually won the Europa League that season. Did Denis Suarez in that season? He was on loan, then went to Villarreal, and obviously now is at Barcelona, as we all know. But Arsenal have approached his representatives, as we all know. But according to Barcelona, from their perspective, they are reluctant to sell him in this January transfer window. So potentially that could be a huge, huge blow for Arsenal if Barcelona are not willing to do any business for the player. So potentially, they are playing hardball now, as we all know. But as I did say, they've got a few other targets. Arsenal, he wants to bolster his defensive lineup, does Emre, because as I did say, Arsenal want to get Champions League football this season. They want to get in the top four to invest more money into the club and to attract players' interest as well. So they need a couple of players to Arsenal to get that Arsenal to to the highest level, to be up there competing and stuff like that. But their target this season is to get top four, because it's Emre's first season, as we all know. They know Welbeck's going to be leaving. They know Aaron Ramsey's going to be leaving, whether it's going to be in this window or whether it's going to be in the summer when he comes to an end of his contract. But there's been talks going out in the press, as I updated you yesterday, that Arsenal have been interested in this centre-back. He's called Medhai Benatia. He's a centre-back. He's Moroccan, and he's a Juventus centre-back, and he's 31 years of age, reportedly, is the player. There has been talks of Medhai Benatia as a swap deal with Aaron Ramsey. So there has been talks about whether Juventus are going to go along with that. I do not know. But this Medhai Benatia, as I said, I don't really know much about him. I think Emre is keen on getting the player in. But Arsenal made it clear, and Emre made it clear he doesn't want Aaron Ramsey to leave in this January transfer window. But I think he'll soften his stance with Emre if Arsenal can get a player in return then they may let him leave in this January transfer window, because reportedly Juventus want to get Aaron Ramsey in this January transfer window, according to the Italian press. But this Medhi Benatia, however you pronounce his name, if I pronounce it right, he's a centre-back, he's Moroccan, as I said, he's 31 years of age, he's played, well, when he was a lot younger in his prime, he began Marseille. He played for Denis for like 3 years. He spent 1 season with Roma. Played for Bayern Munich for a couple of years. Won the Bundesliga in both of his seasons as well. I think he was a couple of teams on loan. When he was younger. When he was younger in his prime as well. The player. So yeah, reportedly Arsenal have been interested in him. I don't know if they've opened up any talks with Juventus about potentially getting this Medhi Benatia. But yeah, they have been interested in him. So potentially there has been talks of a swap deal between Medhi Benatia and Aaron Ramsey. But Aaron Ramsey's going to be definitely going, and Arsenal know Aaron Ramsey's going to be definitely going. But he's been a good servant for Arsenal. He's been there, is it now over 10 years, something like that? Well, he was loaned out for a couple of teams as well, and he actually began his career with Cardiff, became the youngest first team player ever there. And I think he only played 22 times for Cardiff, when he was a lot younger in his prime. But he's been at Arsenal since 2008. He's gone on to make over 300 odd appearances, scored 60 odd goals. He's a very, very good box-to-box midfielder, Aaron Ramsey. And, I'd like him at my club, Manchester United. I think he's a very, very good player. Aaron Ramsey, he's been a good servant over the years for Arsenal. He's grown and developed, and he's been a very, very essential player for Arsenal over the years. We know potentially a few teams have been linked with Aaron Ramsey, but obviously Juventus Juventus is his preferred option. He wants to make the move to Juventus, so does Aaron Ramsey. So whether it'll be in the summer when he comes to an end of his contract, because Arsenal have told Aaron Ramsey he's not getting a new contract anywhere. It might be in this January transfer window. I do not know. It depends if, Juventus are going to go along with this swap deal of what Arsenal want to do. But I think Remedy will let him go in this window as long as he gets a player in return. But if he doesn't, he'll keep Aaron Ramsey until his currently contract expires in the summer, as I currently said. But he's been a good servant for Arsenal. But it come out in the press the other day saying that Juventus were willing to offer him an 8 million signing on fee, as he updated you on, saying they were willing to offer him about a 4 or 5 year deal worth about £5 or £6 million per season. Plus, it did mention that there were bonus requirements involved as well, depending on the percent of appearances he makes whilst he's, with Juventus in Italy as well. But as I said, he's been important for Arsenal. He scored 2 goals in the FA Cup final. 2 of the 3. Well, he's won 3 FA Cups. He scored in 2 of those finals, as we all know. But Arsenal know how much of a good player he is. But Arsenal have got to find a good replacement and a good adequate replacement who's going to hit the ground running. And if they can't find that right player who's not going to hit the ground running, then Arsenal are going to have concerns, as we all know. But as I just said to you at the beginning of the video, Arsenal have not been getting the right amount of funds to spend in the last couple of years, especially under Remedy now. They didn't get it under Arsene Wenger. They wasn't getting the right amount of money to spend on players, because Man United did, like my team did, because we had rich owners that we were bankrolled by rich owners. City were bankrolled by rich owners. Liverpool were bankrolled by rich owners. But obviously Arsenal potentially want, so they haven't been getting the right amount of money, the right amount of funds to spend on the players they currently want. But I think Arsenal will make a couple of signings, in my opinion, in this window. I do think they will. I think they'll make at least one signing in this window, because potentially he needs to invest in Remedy, and then he needs reinforcements. So Arsenal have got to back the manager more. And he wants to get his targets that he wants to get in. So yeah, Aaron Ramsey's going to be leaving. As I did say, Mesut Ozil's future is uncertain, as we all know. The latest report I've heard about that is like reportedly Ozil's representative has confirmed that potentially he has no desire to leave Arsenal, even though he's been in and out of the team this season. He's injured now. He was injured early on in the season as well, was Ozil. Arsenal still know how much of an essential player he is, but he's Premier League proven. He's been in the Premier League since 2013, but he hasn't adapted himself this season under the management of Remedy, because he's missed quite a lot of key games as well. He's got a contract worth £350,000 a week, so potentially he's the highest paid player with Arsenal, as we all know. So potentially whether he stays or whether he goes or not, I do not know. But obviously Arsenal would have to find a replacement for him if Ozil was actually to leave. But according to his representative, he's still fighting his way into the team, and he has no desire to leave Arsenal. Arsenal paid £42.5 million for him, as we all know, the German. And potentially, we know that Gary Cahill's also been mentioned in the press, but Arsenal have confirmed, well, Remedy confirmed, he's It's not one of his transfer targets, Gary Cahill. We know they've been keeping interest in that Ever Banega as well, that Sevilla player, that attacking Sevilla midfield Sevilla player. Obviously, Ramirez had experience of working with him as well, Ever Banega. As I did say, he's got around an 18 million release clause. I think he's 30 years of age. His current representatives have been to London, to negotiate a deal, reportedly for this Ever Banega. Reportedly, he doesn't want to leave midway through the season. Reportedly, this Ever Banega. But as I said, he's Argentinian. He's grown and develops very, very well. Supposed to be a very, very good player. He began his career with Boca Juniors. He actually played for Valencia for a lot of years, under Ramirez as well. I think he played 162 games for Valencia. He went on loan deals to Newell's Old Boys and, Atletico Madrid. And then this is now potentially his second spell with Sevilla, to be quite fair, because he had one season with Inter Milan as well, did the player. But reportedly, Arsenal have been interested in him as well. So potentially, Arsenal have got a few potential targets they want in. I think attackively, they look very, very good, though, Arsenal. They've got a few, good young players that are growing and developing now in their team as well. They've got a good attacking line, Bamian and Lacazette and all that, because they score goals, they've got pace, and they deliver the goods, and they're good in the attacking third of the pitch, and Bamian and Lacazette, as we all know. So I think they're very, very good. So attackively, in the attacking position, they don't have to worry about that. I just think they need a defender. They potentially maybe need a winger, as well as Umre has confirmed, as we all know. So that's potentially mainly Arsenal's latest transfer news to update you with, to be quite honest with you. But as I did say, I've just been reading some more reports up, about my club, Manchester United, as I currently said. So we know that we're potentially linked, with quite a few players. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, obviously, has confirmed he doesn't think Man United will make any signings in this January transfer window. He says it's unlikely that Man United will make any January signings. He said he doesn't expect Manchester United to make any signings in this January transfer window, even though Solskjaer did confirm he's gonna meet up with Ed Woodward to potentially discuss about this January transfer window, of what, about signings and stuff like that. But reportedly, Solskjaer said it's unlikely, and as we all know, I'm a Manchester United fan, but as we all know, we do need to strengthen up in our team. As I've pinpointed you, there's key areas in our squad that, that we do need to bolster and strengthen up. I think we need a central defender, we need a centre defensive mid that's fast and tenacious, as we all know. Potentially, I think we need the right hand side addressing. We need the right hand side addressing as well. So these key areas in our squad that we do need to address, as we all currently know. Well, obviously, we know Solskjaer's doing really, really good so far with Man United, as we all know. Great manager. I think he's doing really, really well. 5 wins out of 5 so far, 16 goals scored. Lukaku scored, in his last 3 games, as we all know, which is very, very good to see. But as I did say, I think we could still, see players leave. As I currently said, as I did say, I don't see how Marouane Fellaini fits in this new regime at Manchester United, to be quite honest with you. I think he'll leave. Same with I think he'll leave. He's coming to an end of his contract as well. I think Darmian will leave. Maybe Valencia may leave as well. Antonio Valencia is now 33 years of age. He's 33 now, and he's been here since he's grown and developed very, very well. And he's 33 years of age now. Antonio Valencia, he's the same age as Ashley Young, because Ashley Young's 33 as well. But Valencia, I think he's hardly played this season in the Premier League. Antonio Valencia, obviously, he's no longer first choice right back now. Antonio Valencia, as we all know. So potentially, his representative, we're speaking about his current future, with Manchester United. He's been here 10 years and now summer, he's made over 300 odd appearances as Antonio Valencia, but I think he could be on his way out. I think he's past it now. Same with Ashley Young, there may be concerns over his future as well, because he's now 33 years of age. He's only got a couple of years left of his career. We know he's obviously our first choice right back, is Ashley Young. And potentially he does still play well, does Ashley Young. He gets high up the pitch, to be quite fair, he does still play well, but he's now 33 years of age. Young, and potentially there's been no sign of him at all signing a new extension, as we all know, Ashley Young. So potentially he may leave as well. But I think potentially at right back, get Dalot in instead of Ashley Young. That's more understandable. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has obviously confirmed everybody's going to get the chance, as he has confirmed. Everyone's going to get the chance to play. He said, he mentioned the youth as well. The youth are going to get a chance. So he was. I've got a bit of cold, mate. So he was discussing about rotating the squad, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he has done that. He demanded the players to express themselves, and they are expressing themselves at the moment. Okay, it wasn't a good performance against Reading, as I did say, but that we're through to the 4th round, as we all know. But we had a second. It was a lacklustre performance from our second 11, as we all currently know. It was a lacklustre performance from our second 11. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer made 9 changes in that game. Yeah, there were still big names out, but we rested a lot of big names, obviously, for the Tottenham game because Tottenham is going to be the tester, as we all currently know. But as I did currently say, I think, we need a defensive midfielder because I think Matic, has definitely improved under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I think his distribution's improved. I think he's getting forward more rather than playing backwards or sideways. I think he's a very, very good passer at the ball, so I think he's effective. I think he's very effective, when he's passing the ball like that. He look effective. And his passing is good, his Nemanja Matic. We just know he doesn't have much pace. We know he's slow, as we're all aware of. So potentially, I think we need a centre defensive midfielder, in my opinion. I think Rashford's a number 9, in my opinion as well. I know you can put him on the left, Marcus Rashford, to be quite honest with you, but I think he's a number 9. He's nearly made 150 appearances at the age of 21 years old, and he has, been here since the age of 7, as Marcus Rashford, as we all know, so he has progressing up the ranks. Potentially, I think Martial's a left wing, to be honest with you. I think Paul Pogba's a number 10, in my opinion. I think Pogba looks really, really good in the number 10 position. If you just put him behind the centre forward, Paul Pogba, I think he looks good in the number 10 position, in my opinion. And he will be playing against Tottenham, I should presume, with Paul Pogba. We still got Smalling out at the moment with injury. We still got Rojo out at the moment with injury as well. Maybe they will be fit for the Tottenham game next week. I think it's on Sunday, isn't it? This week, sorry. It's on Sunday, isn't it? The Tottenham game, as we all know. And we've still got to think about, we've got a lot of players coming to the end of the contracts, as we all currently know. We've got a lot of players coming to the end of the contracts, so Solskjaer's got to think about contract renewals as well. And Lukaku, I've been very, very, very impressed with him lately. Three goals in his last 3 games, 2 of them some substitutes. Scoring against Reading as well from the start. I've been impressed with him. We know he's been struggling this season for consistency. And Lukaku's slow. He doesn't have any tempo to his play, so he's just like Nemanja Matic. Lukaku's slow. His first touch, is a concern as well. But I think potentially, Lukaku will definitely improve under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Definitely will improve because he's proven himself. He's scored 3 goals in his last 3 games as Romelu Lukaku. So that is potentially a very, very impressive indeed. And he is a proven goal scorer in the Premier League, is Romelu Lukaku, because he has proven it, everywhere he's been. As Lukaku, so I've been very, very impressed with him lately. There's still probably some players, struggling for match fitness. As we all know, you've got potentially Sanchez. As we all know, he's just come back from a hamstring injury, so potentially he needs more games under his belt. Does Alexis Sanchez, potentially get better, and I think there's areas of his game he does really, really need to adapt, to be quite fair. But he has got pace as Alexis Sanchez, unlike Lukaku. But Sanchez he's provided 2 assists. He got 1 against Newcastle, got 1 against Reading. But these areas of Sanchez's game, he definitely does need to improve on. Fred, for me, I think Fred potentially needs more game time, in my opinion, to potentially get playing to his potential best. Because he hasn't really had the opportunity this season, because we paid £52 million for him from Shakhtar Donetsk last summer, as we all know. And he hasn't really had the chance this season, so I think he needs more game time under his belt, does Fred, to potentially get better. As well. But as a pinpoint to you, I think there's still key areas, we do need to strengthen up. But I think Solskjaer's going to do a good job. He knows the culture of the club, he knows the traditions of the club, and he knows the club inside out. And I think he's got the winning mentality. He likes the attacking philosophy, and he likes the width as well, does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I think he knows what he's doing, potentially. He knows some of these players, for managing the United reserve team. As we all know, there's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And potentially, he was a great player from 11 years, from 1996, to 2007, as we all know. 126 goals in 300 odd appearances. Also to, scored in the 1999 final as well. But Solskjaer did say he would love the job on a full-time basis. He'd love to fulfil the managerial role on a full-time basis. And he says it would be hard for him to leave Manchester United, did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. This is what he blatantly said. But we know the club, obviously, are still... Ed Woodward has identified 2 potential transfer targets for Manchester United. This is Inter Milan's Milan Skriniar, and this is Napoli's Koulibaly, obviously, who Manchester United, of course, have been heavily linked to it. But obviously, we know at the moment the club, obviously, there's still stuff to sort out at the club. obviously Ed Woodward's still thinking about, well, Man United and Ed Woodward are still recruiting, you know, to get a full-time manager in at the end of the season if Solskjaer doesn't get the job on a full-time basis. And we know that Mauricio Pochettino is the #1 target, you know, if Solskjaer doesn't get the job on a full-time basis. And Mauricio Pochettino, as I said, he's never won out in terms of silverware. I think he's happy at Tottenham. I think he's fully committed to Tottenham, is Mauricio Pochettino. He spent like £50 million since 2014 as Mauricio Pochettino, as we more currently know. But as I said, you know, he said, you know, Tottenham may have to sell to buy in this January transfer window. He has got a lot of good players as Mauricio Pochettino. He's good at developing young players as well. And as I did say, you know, he's got a 5-year deal with Tottenham, and it would cost the club around £40 million to get Pochettino in at the end of the season to recommend him in the job, when we could save that money and potentially, you know, get a signing with that money. He does understand the Premier League. He does understand the philosophy, as we all know, does Pochettino. But as I said, it has confirmed that. It said like last week that Ed Woodward was in transfer talks with Mauricio Pochettino about potentially what signings Pochettino would like to get in the club if he was to get recommended to come to Manchester United. And he indicated Manchester United to go sign James Maddison, the Leicester midfielder, for £70 million. That's something reportedly Pochettino had told Ed Woodward and Manchester United to do, is to go get James Maddison reportedly from Leicester. And reportedly he's rated at around £70 million. But he did say, you know, it's Champions League, not cups, that keep you in a job. That's what also Pochettino said. And he said a few stuff, and he has given an update on Christian Eriksen. He said he wasn't sure about Christian Eriksen's future. Pochettino, he said he would love him to commit his future. He would love him to sign a new deal. But Pochettino said, of course, he's unsure, as we all know. This is what he said. Pochettino said he doesn't know if he's going to sign a new deal or not. But yeah, we know Pochettino's the #1 favourite. Zinedine Zidane has obviously been mentioned as well, and we know there's been a few backup options that have been mentioned as well. So yeah, so potentially, you know, the targets that Manchester United, of course, have been linked with. Obviously, we know that we've been linked with Koulibaly. He's a potential main. I think he's one of the main priority targets. You know, want to get into the club is Koulibaly. As I said, contract went up until 2023. Manchester United, of course, have been in discussions with Napoli over this. Well, Ed Woodward has been in discussions with the Napoli officials, as we all know. But I think the Napoli president has confirmed that they are reluctant to sell Koulibaly in this January transfer window. And he's rated at around £100 million. So if we did get a deal over the line for him, you know, he would be the most expensive defender in world football, because I think we need to address our deficiencies in defence, just like you saw Liverpool do it. Liverpool did it, you know, they got the sign of Virgil van Dijk for £75 million, and look how, you know, much they've improved defensively. And I think they look sharp and look organised and you know, they look very, very good attackively as well. But yeah, Koulibaly, reportedly Manchester United so far have had 3 bids turned down for the player. Reportedly, a recent one was a £95 million bid that had been turned down for the player. But as I said, you know, he's a very, very good player. Versatility, very, very good. He would be a good leader in our back line with Koulibaly. As I did say, his suggestions were stirred up potentially when he responded to an Instagram post from Paul Pogba. Pogba would mention about supporting him and his racial abuse that he currently suffered. Sorry, that's a bit of music on. That he currently suffered, and yeah, so potentially he did say see you soon, bro. Did Koulibaly, so that could be suggestions that he does want to make the move to Old Trafford. Of course, the player's never played in the Premier League, and he is 27 years of age, so he still would have a lot of years ahead of him. And I think he'd look good in our back line if you put him alongside Bailly and Lindelof, who I've been impressed with this season as well. Lindelof has dramatically improved this season for us as well. But another potential Manchester United target has been Inter Milan's Milan Skriniar, as we all know. Milan Skriniar, as we all know, reportedly has been at Inter Milan since 2017. He's gone on to make like 60-odd appearances since his arrival at Inter Milan. He's Slovakian. He's only young in his prime. He's 23 years of age. Reportedly, he can play as a centre-back. He can also play as a defensive midfielder as well, can Milan Skriniar. But reportedly, he can play as centre-back and a centre defensive midfielder is the areas where Manchester United have to need to strengthen up. And as we all know, Slovakian is the player. He probably would maybe cost in the region of around maybe more than £60 million to get the player. He has yet to sign a new deal with Inter Milan as Milan Skriniar, but he has been a potential Manchester United target, as we all know. We know potentially as well that's been mentioned in the press is about this young Porto central defender. Well, I think he can operate as a right back, a central defender, and he also can operate as a defensive midfielder. He's called Eddie Militao. He's a Porto defender, as we all know. Reportedly, his performances this season in Portugal and his performance in the Champions League have been very, very good indeed. He is only 20 years of age, as we all know, is this player. This Eddie Militao. Reportedly, Liverpool have been interested in him. Reportedly, Real Madrid have been interested in him, as we all know, because Real Madrid have got problems, in their back line at the moment. And attack of them looking very, very poor. Real Madrid have had problems, since Zinedine Zidane left, since Ronaldo left. Real Madrid have had problems. But yeah, they said the Metelio, reportedly, he's only been at Porto since last summer. Porto got him last summer, from Sao Paulo, as we all know. He's been a full Brazil international, last year made his international senior debut, did the player. And reportedly, he's got a 40-odd million release clause as well in his current deal as the player. And I think he's got 4 years left on his deal as Eddie Metelio. But he has been a potential Manchester United target, as we all know. We know Toby Alderweireld's also been a Manchester United target, as we all know. Tottenham have confirmed they've extended his current contract until 2020, as we all know. So they've added a 25 million release clause in his current deal, this Toby Alderweireld. But as I did say, Premier League proven Toby Alderweireld. I did say he's about 29 years of age now, so he is aging up. And I said I have reservations about him. I think he needs to adjust his game more. I think the pace a little bit, to be quite honest with you, as Toby Alderweireld, to be quite fair. But his versatility is very, very good. He can play as centre-back, play as a full-back, so his versatility would be beneficial. And potentially he knows the Premier League, does Toby Alderweireld, as we all know. But he's got a 25 million release clause for the summer, so I think he's going to be due to leave in the summer, is Alderweireld. But Man United, of course, have been keen on getting him. And I think he'd be a good leader, in our back line, to be quite honest with you, Toby Alderweireld. Sorry about the music, we've got music on. But yeah, we potentially, being interested in Toby Alderweireld. He's been another target. Potentially, we know who's also been mentioned as well. That got mentioned in the press yesterday, as I did update you with, is Costas Manolas. I think recently, just last year, he hired a new representative, which is now Raiola. Obviously, Raiola, he actually worked on the deals for the likes of Ibrahimovic, Pogba, Mkhitaryan and Lukaku and all that did Raiola. Reportedly, Raiola has been in discussions with Manchester United. Man United are working with Raiola to get this 32 million deal over the line for Costas Manolas. Reportedly, Man United, a report from Greek stemmed from the media yesterday saying that Man United are in talks to get him in the summer, so we won't be getting him in this January transfer window. Reportedly, it reportedly said his clause can't be activated until the summer anywhere, even if a fee is agreed in this window between Manchester United and Roma for the player. But Man United have reportedly been in talks, and his release clause is around £32 million sterling. His release clause in his current Roma deal. He's played for Athens and Olympiacos in the past. He is a centre-back, but as he did say on a tweet that Man United are willing to trigger his 32 million release clause and offer him around 6 million a year for this Costas Manolas, reportedly. He's 27 years of age. He is tall as well, so he is tall, so he is presumably, very, very good in the air. So reportedly his performances for Roma, have reportedly, been quite good of the players. So yeah, Manchester United, of course, have been interested in him. I don't see why we can't sign him in this January transfer window, to be quite honest with you, because we desperately need a central defender now, as we all currently know. So yeah, there's still weaknesses in our team that do need addressing. I know a lot of money's been put out on it. I know we've spent over £400 million, as we all know, on players, but as I did say to you guys, there's still areas where, we need to definitely strengthen up. As we all know, we've got a few aging up players now that are going to be coming to the end of the career soon. As we all know, I think Darmin's going to leave as well anywhere. I think Fellaini's going to be going as well. So I can see a few players leaving Manchester United, to quite honestly. And we've still got, as I said, we've still got a lot of players, coming to the end of the deals, as we all know. But potentially, as I said, we've got Tottenham. Tottenham's going to be a very, very difficult game, as we all know. Tottenham are playing really, really well. And obviously, as I did say, for me as a Manchester United fan, I did say my expectations this year is to, get us back up there competing with the likes of City, Liverpool and all that. And, potentially,
our objective this season is to get in the top four. That is our objective, to try and get in that top four position, because potentially we want Champions League for next season. That's very, very important indeed. I think any chance of us winning any silverware this season is going to be potentially the FA Cup, because obviously we're out of the League Cup and we're not going to win the Champions League. I can't see that happening, to be quite honest with you. There's too many strong outfits, in that Champions League. I think we've got a chance against Paris Saint-Germain, to be quite honest. They are a good team, Paris Saint-Germain. They have got good players. They've got Mbappe and Neymar and all that, but as I did say to you guys, they've got Edison Cavani as well, haven't they? I don't really know a lot of their players, to be quite honest here, but Mbappe and Neymar could cause problems for us defensively. So I think it is very, very important we get a strong central defender in this January transfer window, to be quite honest with you. But we'll see what happens. But Solskjaer said it's unlikely that we'll make any signings in this window, as he has confirmed, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But yeah, that's mainly everything to update you today. I did say we're going to give you an update on Chelsea's rumours, didn't I, and all that, and a bit of Liverpool's. We will do that on a separate video. We'll give you a bit of an update what's going on with Chelsea's and Liverpool's rumours. I did say I would at the beginning of the video, I think I did, but we will do it now on a separate video. So change the plan. I've give you Arsenal's, I've give you some of my team, Manchester United, as well. So on the separate video, we'll give you a bit of Chelsea's, of what's going on with them, and Liverpool's. We're going to read a bit of their rumours up as well. But Liverpool are actually linked with Eddie Mattelio, reportedly, because I've just read it up and it says Manchester United have reportedly joined the race, with Liverpool and Real Madrid for Eddie Mattelio. So this is what it potentially said. So anyway, drop your comments, likes below on the channel, guys, if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care, God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.